Hello there, love. So welcome to another pick a card reading here with the Divination Duchess. This one is titled Messages from the Universe. So these are going to be some really good detailed messages that have to do with your success, that have to do with your love life, romance, your spiritual growth, anything that you just really need to know and hear. Like with every pick a card that I do, all the timestamps are below. These are general messages here, so some of them may really hit home, some of them may not. That is okay. Go ahead and leave it behind for who it does. If this is good to you at all, if you just like me, go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. So as always, we really want to tap into our intuition here and see, what pile we're feeling. The first one here is rose quartz. Second one here is some labradorite. And then we got some oral quartz here. So let's go ahead, tap into our intuition, pick our piles, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I'm also asking everyone who's watching this, if there's a specific topic that you'd like to see, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I am really trying to do some different things here. I know we always have kind of the same topics, so I like to offer something new. But let's go ahead and get started with pile one here, the rose quartz. And 2 is the lab, and 3 the aura quartz. So let's go ahead and get started with the rose quartz pile. Oh, okay. So we got 2 deep connective cards here with deep connective energy with the universe. It's like you're really tapping into some universal worldly energy right now. Okay, looks like dealing with a little despair, maybe feeling there's someone away from you, and Spirit wants to talk about that here. Period of discovery, expansion, gratitude. I love it. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh yes, so this pile definitely is either preparing for or in the midst of a very deep spiritual connection romantically. So that's definitely a focus. We got focus on love as well. Let's see what else we got in here. Ooh, it's time for some resting for some of you. Spirit is saying that it's like you've been going for the goal, but it's time to take a little time to yourself. Ooh, some shadow work. Okay. We got a lot going on here. Let me just get it all spread out and we will jump into this one way or another. Okay. So first of all, like I said, there's really a deep universal shift that's going on here within you. Okay, so we got this first card, the universe. You can see your hands are open here, ready to receive. It says we're all just stardust. So this is letting it be known that you have this really deep connective energy to the universe right now. It's like you're one with the world, one with the universe. We even got here, you are the universe. So this means that it's a great time of manifestation for you and for things to really come about based off of what you're feeding and giving, what energy you're releasing, and then it's coming back around to you is what I'm getting. Okay, because we also got here, we are the world. I really feel like Spirit is saying it's your time of service. It's your time of giving, supporting, really standing for a specific cause. I'm getting Spirit is saying some of you really need to be standing strong. And I really feel like being part of something major, something big. And this is part of that manifesting here that you're doing. And it's like whatever you're looking towards or working towards is not something small. So it's really something that you've got to allow yourself to kind of just like grow into. Don't be too hard on yourself on the journey as well. Then we got here that there are some major changes coming your way. And these changes are coming based off of these manifestations that you're having in your heart. And so Spirit is saying it's like with these manifestations I'm getting, look at this. We got the yin and the yang. It's like you're completing yourself with this change. You're bringing more balance into your life with these changes. Now, we got here that some of you are waiting patiently about some things, and some of you are waiting impatiently because we also got you feeling imprisoned here, feeling in despair. Spirit is saying whatever you're feeling imprisoned about, whatever you're waiting on, whatever you're in despair about, it's time to really just kind of release that. Allow yourself to live in the moment, okay? There's a little bit of sense of control, a little bit of a sense of doubt and needing to know. And when you don't have control of it, you're freaking out and you're worried and you're stressed. But this is part of the changes that you're making, because when you're in alignment with the world and the universe, then you know all is right? And you're stepping into that alignment because you're being called by the universe to step into that alignment. So you know all is right. So there's no need to be in despair. This guy's losing it. Whoever's losing it, we got to stop, okay? Whoever's feeling imprisoned, you're not imprisoned. The waiting is making you feel imprisoned. The anticipation, the anxiety. And you're waiting for something to come to you, something major. And this could be either a connection, a relationship, a job. Like it says reunion. So it's like you're waiting to be in union with something here, but it's driving you crazy. And so Spirit is saying, let's get rid of the sighs. Let's get rid of the, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, the melancholy. Oh, I'm just looking out on the seas because everything is just, oh, no, we're not doing that. Spirit is saying it's not that time. It's time for a little haughtiness, okay? It's time for a little pride, a little confidence, a little oomph, like this peacock here, okay? Peacocks like to shine. They like to show their beauty and their grace and all their magnificence. And so with this, it's like, okay, I'm in a level of confidence. I'm not in a level of just waiting and wondering and feeling sad, because we're not doing that. That's part of this change, because like I said, we're stepping into some shadow work here. So Spirit is saying a lot of you are facing some demons. You're looking into some things where it's like, where is a part of me holding me back? And you're going to grow from this because you're facing yourself. You're like, where is a part of me sabotaging me? Where is a part of me not allowing me to grow? Where is a part of me not allowing me to evolve, to learn, to be better? And as you assess this, it's like you can find these deep-rooted issues within yourself and not be in denial about them. Spirit saying a lot of them have been, it's like you bury this energy. It's like buried because you don't want to feel some sort of emotional loss. So it's like, okay, I won't assess my shadow side. I won't worry about it because it's not there. But that's not working at the end of the day, because what's happening is all this pain is just building up, all this resentment. This I feel like some of y'all, some hatred, like some hurt, some serious like I'm feeling some saltiness up in here, okay? So there's some stuff that needs to be released and let go. And I feel like there's a lot of childhood wounds in here as well. It's like, where can we heal? Where can we get better? Well, first of all, we've got to recognize that it's here. And so with that, it's like, okay, I'm going to acknowledge this pain so that I can face it, so that I can move forward. And that's where this awareness comes in. I have to be aware. I have to be aware of what's holding me back. So I do feel like for some of you, like a period of time alone or a time of meditation to try to really get through a lot of this pain and this hurt. And so the universe is saying, hey, this is something essential. This is part of the next step. This is something you got to do. If you try to go forward without addressing this shadow, it's like you're going to be going round and round in circles, and you're not going to be aware. Your third eye is not going to be open. Your crown's not going to be open. As you open yourself to great prosperity here. Recognition, reward, material and spiritual prosperity. But this comes from what? Facing those demons. This comes from no longer acting like, things aren't happening, being in denial. I'm getting a lot of denial in this pile. Comes from being one with the universe, manifesting, changing. Okay? This comes from stepping in that confidence. So, let's see what we got here. We got a little Estee Lauder. So, Spirit is saying that it's really a time of giving and giving and giving when it comes to your success, your growth, your career, okay? It says a free gift can buy anyone. So this is about doing acts of service. It doesn't necessarily, giving or gifts is not always a material item. It can also be time. It could be attention. It could be a service. It could be some sort of support, some sort of recognition. Like sometimes you just got to give to get. And so Spirit is saying as you thrive and you strive throughout your professional life, that it's going to be critical for you to give. It's also going to be critical for you to be taking some risk here with Calvin Klein. It says take risk and have a press statement, okay? It's not about always playing it safe. Playing it safe is not you feeling one with the universe. This is not you trusting. That's like, I'm comfortable. And so for this pile, Spirit is definitely saying that comfort is not your friend, okay? It's all about shaking things up. And then it's all about keeping this money in your pockets and not wasting. Spirit has said we got some wasteful energy here. Angela Merkel is all about saving. No big debt goes unpunished. A penny saved is a problem solved. Some of you are having a lot of mental and emotional stress over that. You want a reunion with your money. You're like, oh, I keep spending. I don't know what I'm going to do. But, I mean, moping about it ain't going to change anything. So Spirit is saying it's time to take charge. It's time to take control. And that's where that confidence comes into play, okay? Because it's a time of cleaning up your life. It's time of making things right. Making things right. But in a state of also staying in a sense of reality, okay? Because Spirit is saying also you got to realize that all the glitters ain't gold. So it's like you want to make things right. You want to chase a dream, but you want to make sure you're after the right thing. You want to make sure you're cleaning up the right things. And that's why that awareness is critical as well. So that's why you got to face all these demons and really focus on what's going on here in your life. So it's like also this matter of keeping a really good balance between when is it time to rest, take a nap, kind of let things go. Spirit is saying you got to know when you can't change something. You got to know when you've put in all you can put in, and now it's time for the universe to take hold, okay? So with that, it's like sometimes you got to know when to relax. And then other times you got to know when it's time to move to the sea. Yes, now it's time to go. It's time to make some sort of move. It's time to push forward. If you keep that balance, you're definitely going to be on the right track as you move forward in life, okay? Next here, we are going to talk about... let's talk about love, and we'll talk about some self-satisfaction here. So Spirit is saying in love is really a critical thing for you to start releasing some energy here. We got forgiveness, or you're going to be going through a period of deep forgiveness. So it's almost like having this icy shell over your heart, and it's bringing back in the warmth as you release things from the past, as you let go of things from the past. It says nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Okay? What is it going to do for you except for drive you crazy? Drive whoever you're dealing with crazy. Put you in petty mode. Put you in stress mode. Put you in I'm always in irritated mode. We don't want that. It's time to release. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay? Focusing on love. So a lot of you are going to be changing your perspective as far as love goes, because Spirit is saying it's like you're going to start noticing the love in people, places, and things that's not necessarily apparent. And this happens as you open up your heart space. So, I mean, it's really a choice as well. It says look for the good in everyone. So this is like Spirit urging you to look past the surface. Look deeper when it comes to love, when it comes to individuals, when it comes to unity. It's also a time of deep strength and deep knowing for oneself. It says you are stronger than you realize. So this is having that deep level of confidence, that deep level of believing in self, trusting, and being open to the guidance of your higher self, right? And the universe. Now, Spirit is saying that you are in the midst of, or should be in the midst of soon. Energy is connecting, something of that nature here with your spiritual connection. So this is either a deep soulmate or a twin flame. This person you've known in multiple lifetimes before, okay? So you have this deep connection with this person. And so I'm getting here from Spirit that there's going to be some ups and downs coming, maybe some turbulence. You may feel like things are out of whack, but what you got to realize is that the love and the connection defies explanation. And so there's going to be these ups and downs that are random, but that doesn't mean that everything's not solid. And that's what you see here is like through everything, you're keeping your eyes on one another. So when you feel things aren't solid, Spirit is reminding you that it is, and it has been solid for many of years and for many of lifetimes. So there's no need to doubt yourself. There's no need to doubt the connection. There's no need to doubt how solid it is. Okay. Next, you're personally, Spirit is saying, don't sit here dissipating. Don't sit here and just let life pass you by. Some of y'all are getting complacent. Some of y'all are just sitting around and you're just like, well, whatever happens, happens. And so Spirit is saying it's not the time for that. What it really is the time for is expansion and discovery of self. If you don't feel like there's enough to do out in the world, there's a lot of internal work to do, which we already saw with that shadow work. So it's that time to really focus on that self-work and that self-growth and like I said, fighting those demons, those childhood ghosts that are following you. And finally, Spirit just wants to remind you to stay in a place of gratitude. Everything is about gratitude. When you're in gratitude, then you are welcoming so many more blessings. Spirit is saying you got to be thankful for the small things, okay? We're always thankful for the big things. Oh, I got this new whatever it is, something that costs a lot of money. Oh, this new person. Oh, this new opportunity. But what about just being thankful for waking up in the morning? What about being thankful for having somewhere to lay your head? What about being thankful for just, breathing some clear air? There's so many things that Spirit is saying you've got to be thankful for, because ultimately that's where more blessings are going to be shed upon you. Then they're saying that there's some things that you want to move forward on right now, okay? But it's a no right now. This is a time for nap and a time for quiet meditation and a time for reflecting on these things that are holding you back, because Spirit is saying if you go right now without the reflection period, you're going to fall into the same cycle, and it's almost like you're going to start and not finish, or you're going to get hyped to start but not even really start. Like there's going to be a blockage. So the internal work is most critical to do first. Then you can leap on to anything new in your life, whether it be professional, whether it be personal, whether it be romantic. Self-work, most important right now. And we don't want to skip that at all whatsoever. Love it. Thank you, y'all. So don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. And we will move on to pile 2, which is our labradorite tower. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Love it. Okay. Looks like home, family is something that's really important right now to really focus on here. Oh, some release, some deep insecurities we need to talk about as well. Okay, let's see what we got for love here. Okay, seeing from a new lens, love it. Okay, stepping into our destiny, some conflict. Being very blessed. Okay, so Spirit is saying that you do have a lot of blessings lined up. There's a lot of conflict in here, okay? Definitely a lot of mental conflict, but it is to be overcame. And the mental conflict is going to be overcame by really following the heart more than anything, versus kind of being stuck in these patterns of like the ego, the mind, the fear that you hold really deep within. Okay, so Spirit is saying that there's something here that's really on your mind. It's like something that's been stressing you or worrying you, or maybe something that you've been working on, something that's been a major focus. And it's saying that something will grow from it, okay? The garden. I love this garden card because it's also equally, look at this. We got the sword from the triumph card. So Ace of Swords represents that triumph, that success, right? And here it's like something will come from this. So it's like, but it's planting a seed. It's time for it to grow. So it's like being patient here in the process and knowing that you're in a successful period, and not to doubt yourself and not to doubt the period that you're in. A lot more confidence needs to be here because we got some conflict going on here. Mental conflict. So it's like, I'm really getting a strong sense of doubt, a strong sense of not really knowing which direction to go in. I'm getting here too, like a sense of almost like loneliness, or wishing there was a different type of support system here. So here we also got this chaos and conflict. Zebra slash giraffe slash whatever else is going on here. But it's chaos, right? So we know that there's this, I really feel like Spirit is saying there is a sense of internal chaos here, but there is also a sense of external chaos. Maybe you're trying to keep control of certain things or manage certain things. But with that, Spirit is saying if you allow yourself to be more flexible, and then we got variance too. That's differences. What different variations? Flexible. What can we do to open up, to expand, to change, not be so rigid? But that comes also from you taking a period of meditation. We got meditation brings answers. So this is also about not necessarily rushing in, taking some time, assessing. And that chaos, that ego, once you meditate, that's where the flexibility comes from, because it's like you start opening up your heart space here. And when you follow your heart, you can't go in the wrong direction. But when you follow the ego, there's so much fear involved that you're definitely going to end up somehow going in the wrong direction. And so with this, it's like this meditation brings answers, but it also helps to release all these insecurities. This is it. It's like you feel this sense of insecurity. That's where the chaos comes from. It's this doubt, this pullback. But what is that? That's devil energy. That's negative energy. What we covering our heart up for? Let's release. Let's open up. Just do it. And so with that, you trust yourself more. With the vanity card, look at him. He is confident, okay? He got his little wizard wand. People watching. He like, I know I got him entertained. No problem. So this is the kind of confidence you got to step into and release this like insecurity. You got to release this insecurity. Spirit is saying it's like you want others to help you feel good a lot of the times. Let's go ahead and get these. My nails make it hard for me. But yeah, you want, this lover's energy. Like, okay, someone's going to participate. Someone's going to help me feel complete and whole and welcome and secure and confident and good. But you got to feel this way on your own. Spirit is saying this lover's energy needs to be generating inside internally. As you generate this inside internally, that's where your growth comes from. That's where true love comes from. It's a time to release also. They're saying there's this feeling of feeling like things are chaotic comes from not releasing things of the past. It's like stuck in some bittersweet moments, not forgiving. I feel like I really get in this sense of reminiscing, constant memories, constantly thinking of the past, holding on to what's old, things of that. And it's like, let's let it go. Let's let it go. You can see there's a child here in this rhino being protected. Feel protected. Almost let yourself feel like protected adolescent. Feel comfort. Whatever these memories are, Spirit is saying they're no longer serving you, okay? These memories that we're clinging to and holding on to is what creates the insecurity, which creates the hold back energy. And instead of that, what we got to step into here is knowing that you are blessed and knowing that you are on the right path here for your destiny. We got the fates. You are destined to be blessed, okay? It's your fate. But you've got to know it, claim it, allow it. Okay, so let's talk about success levels here, okay? Spirit is saying that it's time for you to move forward. It's almost like you've been stuck. Some of y'all had just been like, oh, I'll do that later. Later for what? It says sign your name on the dotted curve. That's be contracted to your success, is what Spirit is saying. There's no do it later. There's no giving up. There's no I'm too tired right now. Okay? Be contracted to your success. Move forward. Allow everyone else to catch up to you. And this can happen in any single different way, okay? When you're committed to your success, then you're going to overcome all challenges, all hurdles. When you're committed to anything, you will. I'm hearing from Spirit. It's saying just learn to be committed, but not in a way that's rigid, right? But flexible. That's where you find opportunity. That's where you find change. That's where you find growth. Charles Ponzi. Oh, okay. It's Spirit is saying that for some of y'all, I'm getting, don't bury yourself in doing too many things at once here. For sure. And then the other ones I'm seeing here, Spirit is saying some of y'all got to stop trying to get rich quick. I'm getting that clear message. I know some of y'all don't want to hear it because I didn't want to hear it either, but I used to fall for that too. Spirit is saying we can't always try to get rich quick. If you want something, you got to put time and effort. That has to do with love, money, growth, success. Like no matter what it is, you got to put time and effort. So Spirit is saying don't forget about putting the time and effort. Then we got Sergey Brin. Stop saying you don't know stuff. Stop saying it's the end of the road because you don't got the right information. You don't know what direction to go in. What do we got? Search engines. Spirit is saying no excuses with this card. Like no excuses. Why? Because it's time to follow your gut. It's time to move forward. That's how life is going to become more balanced for you. But you have to allow yourself to let me Google that and get back to you. Provide answers to all life's questions. Whatever the question is, there's an answer. Whatever you feel you can't fulfill or you can't learn or grow, Spirit is saying BS, okay? You can learn, you can grow, you can find out more. You just got to put the effort, but no one's going to make you do it either is what they're saying. So it's completely going to be up to you, okay? Next here, in the love portion, it's looking like Spirit is saying it's really a time of being gentle and loving, but it's really a time of focus on releasing these insecurities because that's really blocking the growth of love or the resurgence of love or the openness for new love to come in. Like I'm really getting here that there's blockages because it's like you're not almost allowing yourself to feel the complete love within with that insecurity we had earlier or always feeling like somebody's got to participate. Spirit is saying for this pile, it's not time for that, okay? Pile 1 had a little, twin flame soulmate, but y'all know, they like, look, you need to be focused on love around you right now. Faith, gratitude. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this is true. So we're not relying on any specific person's place of things. We don't feel lonely when someone doesn't want to participate. That's okay because I'm doing me. I'm good. I got love all around me. Even if you're just chilling at home, I just lay in my bed watching TV. That's love right there. Do what makes you happy. Okay? That's love. Love to those around you. And you can spit this out in many different ways. If you got kids, perfect. If you don't, okay. You got pets, right? If you don't, okay. There's somebody you can talk to. If not, hey, spew some love on your favorite celebrities, okay? There's somebody to spew some love on, but you got to be willing to release it and put that out there and focus on love. It says shift your focus back to love. It's like there's this mopey energy here for a lot of you, okay? Oh, no love. Oh, nobody love me. Oh, no. There's love everywhere. And Spirit is saying until you start appreciating it, things ain't going to go to exactly where you want it to go. You got to see what it is and choose love. Once again, you always have a choice. Make yours with love. If you choose love, that's what you shall have. It's just that simple. And the thing is, Spirit is saying there's some real bitterness in this pile. And with those bittersweet moments and you not choosing love, you're blocking it. And then the ones that's holding on and just waiting and holding and clinging, you're blocking it. When you see it everywhere, when you accept it everywhere, when you find it within, that's when you're going to be able to see, right, that you're actually, in fact, blessed and you're on the right track. Now, it looks like there's also going to be, Spirit is saying it's really a good time here of treasuring your loved ones, building some faithfulness around you. I really feel like building something solid and stable for yourself here. We got the house, so maybe spending some quality time at home is good for you, or maybe I get for some of you actually purchasing a home, spending time with children, or maybe even having a child. Okay, it's really a time, Spirit, of saying of just trusting, believing, having that confidence, knowing that you're building something solid for yourself. And while you're doing that, you still need to enjoy life and just flutter and be free, okay? And that ultimately love and faithfulness will prevail, but you also have to allow it to prevail by opening up, no longer being very insecure or worrying about things or sticking to old memories. And then everything's ultimately going to work out beautifully, okay? Oh, that was pile 2. It was a pleasure. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And we'll go on here to pile 3, messages from the universe with our aura tower. So let's see what we got here. Messages for pile 3. Ooh, okay. This pile has some stuck energy. Has a lot to mend. Okay. A lot of faith required here, Spirit is saying. Ooh. No longer playing the victim in this pile. Okay. I love it. Following your passions. Oh, goodness. Okay. Taking control, getting out of sadness. Gaining a new understanding. Connecting deeper with the source. Meditation. Okay. Yes, relax. Unplug. I am loving it. Okay, so all these dang cards out here. Let's go ahead and get started. So with this pile, the first thing I'm noticing here is that Spirit is saying it's a time of releasing this sense of, it's almost like feeling like a victim, but in a kind of snooty type of way maybe, or a way where there's some disdain, okay? And so with this, Spirit is saying that it's really going to become more of a take charge part of your life is what the universe wants you to know, because playing the victim ain't going to save us here, okay? It's not going to save us. This nut here is sitting here saying he's a victim, but he's still going to get ate regardless. So what he can do is roll down the hill, then he won't get eaten up. So it's a time of doing something. And so Spirit is saying what it's a time of doing, what actions we're taking. It's not negative. It's not looking at things bitter. It's not looking at things with a little attitude, okay? It's not dissatisfaction. We're not really doing that, okay? Instead, Spirit is saying that this is a quest here for you to truly follow your passions, okay? Oh, the quest to truly follow your passions. What heats you up? What makes you happy? What gets you excited? What gets you pumped up? What makes you ready to go and move forward and manifest and be great? That's the quest that we're on. And so Spirit is also saying you got to allow yourself to be guided right now, because it's all that stubbornness is not going to work. All that, oh, I know I'm a victim, all that, you know what, I don't want to hear it. That's not going to work. So Spirit is saying it's like you're needing to step into a place of wanting to change. And on this quest, you're like the child. You got to let yourself be guided by Spirit. How can you let yourself be guided by Spirit? Through meditation, okay? Through meditation. Through allowing yourself to download. Look at this beautiful heart. All this love from the universe, the divine, from God here. It's like you download this. You get this deep feeling. You get this deep connection with your higher self. You get a deeper knowing. But this only happens when you allow yourself to go to the source, okay? When you allow yourself to go to the source, which is what? The universe, more beaming light. So this, I'm getting clear, is saying, hey, the clarity is here for you. The epiphanies, the enlightenment is here for you. But you have to want it. Do you want the understanding? Are you going to go on the quest? Are you going to allow yourself to grow? Most definitely need to, is what Spirit is saying here, okay? And as you go through all this, there's a tower moment. I love this tower here because the tower is about major changes. So it's like in this one here, it's like, you know what? I went through some changes, or I'm about to go through some changes. So I'm going to let myself unplug. I'm going to let myself relax. And then look at this beautiful rose quartz here. So this is all about that self-love, that taking care of self, that nurturing. Unplug, relax, allow yourself to be okay with these downloads. Okay? And so Spirit is saying this is something you're about to do next, because what do we need to do? We're releasing this. We're releasing this devil energy in the near future. Okay? In the near future. We're over it. We're not holding back. We're not being a victim. We're following our passions. We're not whining and all that stuff. Ain't nobody doing that. Okay? Spirit is saying that what you're doing is you're stepping out of this world and stepping into something more clear and more vibrant, more like fertile for you, more abundant for yourself. But this is also coming off of what? You manifesting and following your passions. There's a lot of manifesting and speaking up. I feel like communication is highly important on your journey here with this throat chakra. You may have to speak up. You may have to know when it's time to really keep to yourself. Whatever it may be, it's like Spirit is saying that you're on the right track as long as you're moving forward, as long as you're leaving all of this devil energy and this negativity behind. Spirit, I'm hearing clearly Spirit is saying stop hating on yourself. Somebody in here is hating on themselves. Spirit is saying, why are you hating on yourself? You got to stop. You got to stop. It's time to mend. It's time to love. It's time to nurture. And it's like a lot of times you feel like you got to do things by the book. The Spirit is saying you ain't got to follow the leader. You ain't got to do things by the book. I'm getting getting very interesting messages from this card this time around. Okay, because I'm getting like that energy that you want to also kind of leave behind. It's like, do you? If you follow, I almost feel like you're going to go in the wrong direction. And that's why you got to get these downloads from the universe so you can go in the right direction. That's who you're following on the quest. And through this, once again, your heart space is going to be open. This is where you're going to see the truth. This is where you're going to see the light, like I was saying on that quest before. And this doesn't come from other people. It comes from downloading from the universe. It comes from opening, allowing yourself to hear. Allowing yourself to be open to the guidance. Now let's talk about success here a little bit. Now, we got here RuPaul, okay? Spirit telling me loud and clear, some of y'all need to start caring about the way y'all looking, or maybe some of y'all is caring a little bit too much, but either way, make sure we dress for success, okay? I'm getting some people maybe doing too much, like going a little bit too provocative, or some people maybe downing it too much. Spirit is saying that be you is what I'm getting, okay? Whatever your style is, whatever it is, but make sure that you are also representing yourself in the best way possible is what I'm getting, okay? So do you, but if you're going to do you, do it right. Do you with love. That's what Spirit is saying. Do you with that self-love, because how you going to present yourself if you didn't even care about how yourself when you walked out the door? I'm just rolling out of bed. You ain't even presenting you. You presenting sleep, I don't care, I'm a victim me. Spirit don't want to see that. And the world don't want to see it either. Okay? We want to see you as you loving you. You being your best you. You doing what's best for you. And that's what Spirit was saying about some people that are overdoing this, because you're doing it for others. You ain't doing it for yourself. If you love to do it big and do it wild, do you. Okay? But do it for yourself. Walt Disney. Spirit is saying it's a time of showing yourself. Okay? Spirit is saying it's like you gotta pull at people's heartstrings by being you. Like, people who mess with you for being you. They love you. You pull at their heartstrings, just like they love Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm saying? We love Mickey for Mickey. Because Mickey ain't going to pretend to be no one else. Mickey ain't going to pretend to be Goofy. Mickey's not going to pretend to be Donald Duck. Okay, Mickey's going to be Mickey, and so we love Mickey for Mickey. And Spirit is saying you got to be in that same energy space, okay, for everything to be truly abundant for you. Then we got Miss Indra here. I ain't going to try to pronounce that, but this is about, one, being ready for change, which I love, okay? And two, it says the customer is always right, especially when hungry. Spirit says some of y'all is blocking your own success and abundance because you being a little bit negative with people around you, right? So let's clear that up. Spirit is saying let's stop being negative with people. Let's start being more positive. Let's start attracting people by telling them they're right, even if they ain't right. You know, you got to trick people into thinking that you believe they right. That's okay. Spirit is just, you know what, you're right. And then you can turn around like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But let the persons you're dealing with, the customers, the clients, let your co-workers, and maybe not your co-workers because they always be thinking they slick, but your boss, let your boss think they right. Who cares, okay? Get that little raise. Get that little come up. Okay? Now, Spirit is saying with that, you're going to have great material harvest coming for you. And it's going to be a great time of fertility. And this happens from what? Following your heart, being you, trusting you. And it opens up the floodgates here for a wish fulfillment for you. Deep rooted. Now, in love and romance, Spirit is saying great faith is needed here. So some of you feel like everything's not going the way you want it, or there's something you're hoping for, waiting on. And Spirit is saying, don't give up. Don't think that it's not going to go your way. Don't think that love isn't working out in your favor. It is. It's just that you need a little faith. And it takes a little bit of time. So allow some time to unfold. And truly believe in everything will either one, get back on track, get brewed up, move forward, whatever it is you're looking for. I feel some of y'all are ready to move forward in the connection. Some of y'all are ready to get it back on track. Some of y'all just waiting on something good to pop up. And Spirit is saying, have faith, and it will. There's also be a time of expressing love through gifts. So you could be giving gifts, receiving gifts, right? So this could be someone that's a love interest. It could just be someone that you have some sort of bond with. Could be someone new, right? But whatever it is, gifts is a factor, giving and receiving. Spirit is saying you got to be ready to open and receive blessings in love right now. And it's also about being very compassionate with what you hear. Because of this quality, right, there's a little bit of defensiveness in this pile. There's a little bit of I don't really want to hear that. But Spirit is saying that don't allow yourself to be defensive all the time. Sometimes allow yourself to be open to other sides of the situation. It says you are listening but need to hear with a loving heart. So if your heart is soft and gentle and melting like butter, right, you might be a little bit more slippery and a little less rigid when it comes to hearing people. Or, stop thinking about what it is that you want to say, because I know that's what we all do. We want to, say what we want to say, but okay? Next, it looks like y'all, this pile, Spirit is saying be ready for a consolation here, okay? There's going to be something good coming your way. And this comes from you stepping into your power here. This may be someone, a third party, a sweetheart. I know we just saw on the other love cards that there was going to be some gifts coming in. So maybe getting some gifts from a certain sweetheart or giving some. But it's going to be a great time of joyfulness here, okay? On the other end, looks like some of y'all is going to be a little bit sick. Spirit is saying don't allow yourself to be sick with things that are happening to you, whether it's going to be a breakup, whether it's going to be a shift in work, whether it's going to be a shift in finances, whatever it is. Spirit is saying it's not the time to allow yourself to become stricken with grief, okay? So we got the widower here representing like somebody that has some sort of loss. But when loss comes, we don't got to go into Milady. We ain't got to sit here and be sick about it. So Spirit is saying it's really a time of building a spiritual strength for yourself, building those spiritual muscles. And that's going to help you to overcome all challenges and hurdles that are coming your way. It was definitely a pleasure once again. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll be talking to you later. Bye.